Welcome, my Zentangle friends. My name is Emmy. I'm a CZT, which means Certified Zentangle Teacher. I'm having a wonderful time being with you today and every day for Gratitangles. It's a lot of fun doing this on the Zen with Emmy channel, and it's real fun to have you come and play along. I've got my usual supplies, so just grab your pen, grab your pencil, your blender stump, might want an eraser, not sure about that. So today I'm thinking about something that was prompted by something that happened at the grocery. And so the word I'm writing down today is integrity. And I have a quote to go with it. And certainly, like all of us do, you can hearken to many different stories in your life about integrity. And the one that I hearken to is, here's the quote while we're at it. Integrity is doing the right thing even when no one's watching. I can laugh with you about this one because I'm the girl who paints the underside of the cupboards. Does it matter? No. Do I do it? Yes. You probably identify with whether or not that's important. But certainly nobody's watching or ever gonna look at the underside of my cabinets. Yesterday, this integrity thing came up because I was at the grocery and I found some money on the floor and turned it in. And that just gives you this little extra feeling of joy that you can do something like that. And hopefully that person came and claimed their money. It wasn't much, but it's the right thing. So here we are together, and we are doing the pattern called Tik Tik by Tomomi Galeano. She's from out west, and she's just a delightful artist. She's done many of the more technical patterns that you'll find and we'll find together. If you look her up, her name, you'll find her site and some things that she's done. So to begin with, grab your pencil, and I'm going to make as close to a box as I can that has got some size to it. I'm going to make this quite large as I can. I'm trying for something that's pretty close to 2 inches so that I can divide it in half. So what I'm going to do is in pencil, and I'm trying to work lightly here. I hope you can still see it. That's a little better. I'm going to do a series of boxes. Switch over to my pen now. And I'm going to do a box in the corner. In fact, I'm going to do a box in all 4 corners. I'm not sure I mentioned, I tend to, as I've mentioned to you before, turn into kind of a puppy where I start to run and trip over myself. Maybe you do too. I'm just so excited to share things with you. And I'm going to do squares in the middle as well. Now, these don't have to be perfect. As you can see, my boxes are very different sized. I did try to have them alike, but I am just doing this freehand, so chances are it's not going to be. This is what I'm going to do first. I'm going to do from the bottom of each of these boxes, I'm going to do a triangle, just part of a triangle like that. In this box here, I'm going to go the opposite direction. So this is the side of the box I'm using, the top side, and I'm going to make the triangle the whole width of where that box that I made is. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to come down here, and I'm going to use the top of the triangle, or the top of the squares, as my eyeball measure, like that. The next one is over here. And I'm going to use the bottom of the boxes. And then because it's easier for me, I'm going to turn my work like this. I'm going to make a box. And again, I have a box here, but my triangle is going to go down and back up. And this one is gonna, do you see how all three of these are facing out now? So this one will too. Just like that. So I've got one box without anything in it, and these three are facing in. So I want this one to face in also. I'm using the outside edge of that box, each box, as my guide. And that's my pattern. Okay, next step. What I'm going to do is use the bottom of each of the triangles, and I'm going to connect that to the box, like this. So this triangle, again, I'm using the bottom of the triangle to connect to the box. Here, I'm going to use the bottom of the triangle to connect to the box. So you get the hang of this. Now I'm going to use the top because I'm looking at a different angle here. And this one, I'm going to connect at the bottom of the triangle. Here, connect to the triangle with the bottom of the box. And then here, I've got this part of the box that I connect to the bottom of the triangle. And do you see the patterns? Aren't they as sweet as they can be? I really like to do something with these patterns, especially because this is on my jump ring and I want to keep this. So what I'm going to do is take a minute with my pen and I'm going to come around and aura the inside of this fun 8-star that I have here. Really easy to make, isn't it? With the outside one, I'm also going to do that. How cute is this? So I'm going to do some lines in the middle here. Just lightly. And then I like embellishment, so I'll do a little embellishment in this area in the 4 boxes that I have surrounding this. I have to be a little careful because the ones in the middle, kind of join the two together, don't they? Kind of looks like a pattern of jacks, maybe a little different than the jacks that we did last week together. Oh, thank you so much for watching and being here, by the way. I'm enjoying this so much. The one I'm going to do next is going to be a little bit different. So I'm going to come along. Sorry, having to turn that around like that. So I'm going to do something a little different in here. I don't have quite as much room, but I'm going to have a little orb in the middle that I darken for fun. And then I'm going to aim for these corners, not the out ones, just the in ones. I hope that makes sense. Isn't that cute? It's just so sweet. So I don't have a ton of room in here, so maybe I would do something with every other one. There's all kinds of fun embellishment that you can do with a cute, and I just thought you'd probably enjoy the idea of doing an 8-pointed star this time of the year. Gosh, you could even, if you do place cards at Thanksgiving or you are in charge of something, you could even bring something to the table of this sweet idea. Okay, I'm going to do something special here. I'm going to come around the inside of this, pretty heavy, with my blender or with my pencil, and get a huge amount of graphite in here. And then maybe I'll put some graphite inside each of these. Working on the side of with my pencil and really aiming for the corners of all of these. And maybe I'll do a little bit in here, darken these 4 areas. What I'm going to do now, or finish this up, when I get my calendar, I'm going to do this one more time, but I'm just going to do one of these. I'm not going to do both of them. So be thinking about which one you'd like to do and enlarge a little bit more. I like this one. It's so sweet. I hope you agree. Remember, shading's in the eye of the beholder. You might see your shading quite a lot different than me, and I really think that's quite healthy because we don't look alike, so why will our work, right? I'm going to go around the edge here. This is the one I'm saving, so I really want this to look special. Day 17, my goodness. And I could get rid of that, but I guess I'm going to get rid of it like this. Did you ever do this? So I'm grabbing my kneaded eraser, if you have one, and all I'm doing is lifting it. In that way, I don't have to get rid of none of my shading is going to go away here, or not so much anyway. I think you were with me one other time when I put all that nice shading on and then made it all go away by doing that technique or a similar one. And I'll probably add a little white to this. Since I'm working on tan, a little bit of white will be a welcome relief for my eye. So this is just a chalk pencil, which are pretty easy to find anywhere you look. And I'll try to do a link on Amazon in case anybody's interested in it. At the end of this video, or in the comment section would probably be better. Gosh, that's pretty. Holy cow, is that pretty. Ooh. Okay, grab your calendar if you're working along with me. And day 17, and I'll have to back this out. Back it out a little bit. To this section here, I only have room for one. And I don't have even enough to do in pencil too. So I'm just going to do the 4 corners, and I'm going to use these corners here that I have. And then I'm going to do one that's an outie. So what I mean is the carrot is going to go out the triangle like that in each. So I'm starting, so my point is goes to the outside like that. Point again goes to the outside. And here kind of keep an eyeball on that where the triangle starts and the point goes out. And then I know you remember, then I'm going to come along here and connect the bottom of my triangle with the box. Bottom of the triangle with the box. All the way around. That one's a little wonky. Well, so's life. Nothing wrong with a little wonky. I have plenty of room for anything I might like to do with this. So what I'd like to do with this is maybe something a little bit different here. If you're familiar with, and I know you're familiar with Zentangle, if you're familiar with the primer book in Zentangle, they have a series of fragments, fragment pages. And you could do 4 different fragments. These boxes are just perfect size, I think, for fragments. Fragment is just a part of a pattern instead of a whole pattern. And then I'm going to go around this entire 8-pointed star carefully as I can, an aura. And if I just do the Zentangle motto, 1 stroke at a time, I probably will like how this turns out. Very pretty. I would like to do this in a color. The next thing I'm going to do is do a very thin flux like this. And then I'm going to do 2 shorter fluxes on either side so that I end up with 3. I really have to turn. I'm so sorry. Hope it didn't make you dizzy. Very nice. So now I have this, I'm going to do an orb in the middle and darken it. And then I'm going to come out at each of the other points this time, like that. Nice. So now I really can do more with this, like cut off a couple corners, which I think I will. And this is just one way. You know, there's plenty of choices of how you can do this. So if you're thinking of a different way, gee whiz, I hope you feel free just to do this. Do what your mind says, this is what I see. That's part of integrity too. Oh, how pretty. Isn't this sweet? So I really think that I can put another flux in here. And I think that maybe I will just put dots all around just in the flux area. Yeah. Enlarge this a little bit and soften these corners. Grab some shade. So grab your blend your pencil, your Zentangle pencil, or whatever you're using. This is a 4B. I do prefer to have shading in the boxes on the inside, but that's a personal preference. There's no one to say, no shading police here to say that this is how you have to do it. And then I really think that the flux needs this at the bottom. Maybe not these yet. I'm not sure about those yet. I'm going to do the bottom of these basic 4 flux pat 3s. And then maybe I'll shade in here. I think that would be cool. That would look pretty cool right in there. The outside of this definitely needs it. The outside of this 8-pointed star. I can so see this in blue and silver. I'm not usually big into blue and silver, but all of a sudden it's appealing to me this year. I'm sure you have some color that you're going gaga over this year already too. So grab your blender stump and let's get some shade or some smudging going on here. It's so cute. So I've left plenty of white space for my eye to relax in between. And that is a very important part of Zentangle, where there is a lot of excitement, a lot of stuff happening here. So that's what it looks like. Is that fun? I think it turned out just great. I will show you a sample that I made. And at one time I thought we would do this. This isn't see the boxes in here? So that's a row of 5x5 boxes that I made. It's entirely different, but it's the same pattern. So once you've learned to do this, I mean, you're golden. The sky's the limit now for you. So I hope you have fun with this. And I appreciate your being here very much. Thank you so much. My name is Emmy, and I am so excited to see you. And please share this if you think someone else may like it. And you're on Zen with Emmy. I'll see you soon. Bye.